Hey, what is going on, guys? I hope everybody's having a great week. So, it's been a minute since I've done one of these. It has definitely been a while since I've done a bourbon or whiskey video. So, with that being said, just keep watching. So, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. I do videos on beard care, and occasionally I throw a bourbon video in there. Just because I love having a beard and I love bourbons and whiskey. So hit that subscribe button. You want to be the first to know when a new one comes up. On today's video, I am going to be talking about Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Alright, this is a barrel proof bourbon. So typically with barrel proofs, the alcohol by volume is higher than what's normal. Normal is 80 to 90 proof on a lot of your bourbons. And so that would mean that it's 40 to 45% alcohol by volume. This one is 112.8, so we're talking 56-ish by 56% by volume. So it's a little stronger, all right, and that does affect the flavor. But I'm going to go into kind of my history, just a brief little history on this one. So this was one of the first barrel proofs I ever got to try. And it was because I was celebrating a friend's birthday. This was when I probably just crossed that line where I definitely knew how to appreciate a good bourbon. And the reason this one kind of holds a nice little memory for me is it was my friend's birthday. His name's Matt, by the way. So a little shout out to Matt there. And I was buying something we were getting together at his house for his birthday. And I was in the liquor store and I'm like, man, I want to get something kind of clever for him. You know, what would be kind of clever? I want to get like kind of a clever name bottle, but I want something good too. Well, I knew Wild Turkey was good because that's kind of something we had started on. He and I both kind of started appreciating bourbon around the same time. And I remember I looked at this and I go, it says rare breed. And if there was ever a friend that I had at that time who was a rare breed of a person, it was Matt. And I say that with the utmost love, Matt. But the bottle screamed to me just because it had the name Rare Breed on it. The reason I remember this so well is because it was the first bottle that I had bought that I was taking to a group of friends, and you know, Matt, he got it, he opened it, and we all shared it. And I remember it was because we all started sharing what we all liked about it. And it was one of the first discussions I ever had with friends in a group setting, and it's just one of those first memories that I have, and it was really cool. And so when I picked it up this past weekend for me to try, because I had some family around, I go, man, I haven't had that for a while. I picked it up, guys. I love this thing. I mean, this is a great bourbon. My whole family loved it. My wife, she drank it with me. My father-in-law, we just had, you know, it's a very nice bourbon. So I'm gonna get into how it tastes here. Oh yeah, and if you saw my first video on larceny, which that'll be up here, I think. Yeah, it goes here. I kind of upgraded my hardware here. I am using a Glencairn glass. So for those of you who don't know what this is, first off, it looks way fancier than what it is. I'll have a link down below. You can get your own set. They're very reasonably priced. The narrow spout here lets you can smell it better and just take it on. Just experience the whole thing a lot better. And you don't need much in here, okay? So you just fill it up here, and this also looks like it's something that you would do, but it does kind of help get the aroma going. So I'll tell you what I smell. I mean, so right away, like I told you before, it's a 112 proof, okay? So with those, the alcohol is higher. You get that, you can almost smell the heat. That's going to have like this warm kind of fire. People say it's got like that whiskey fire. That's where that's going to come from. It's from just the higher alcohol content. And let's see, I definitely get that warm fire note in here. And bourbon, because the grain mash is mostly corn, it should be 51% corn. That does lend to a, by nature, most of the time, like a sweeter note to the whiskey. Like I said, I'm still getting a lot more of that alcohol fire in here, and it's not a bad thing by any means. That's the part I actually like about whiskey, is that that real smooth burn you get with it. That's what I love about bourbon. But I'm getting maybe a couple little notes of like a vanilla and a honey in there. Probably more honey. It smells really sweet, but there's like a little mellow note afterwards. But again, I get a lot more heat than anything. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a little drink here. So cheers. So whenever I'm drinking it neat, I always get like that initial burn. Now my second drink here is going to be a lot smoother for me. And it's not, even that first drink wasn't bad. It's just that's when it's the first thing like this that you've tasted. It takes me like a sip to get acclimated to it. But yeah, I got that burn that I like. And I think I'm getting like a little bit of a sweet note right now just on going, but let's see. We're going to try it again. Now see, that was much smoother. Still get that heat, but I'm definitely getting kind of like a little bit of a honey note on it. Typically how I drink too is I'll put it over ice first, and then I'll actually have it neat. If I want to have just a little bit more, I'll put just like that much more in the bottom of my glass just to enjoy a little bit more flavor. But yeah, this is very nice. I definitely recommend this one. Give it a shot. It's Wild Turkey, so it should be available in most places. It is a little, I mean, for me, I'm in Missouri, so I can get this for about $50. Prices will probably change based on what part of the country you live in, or even the world for that matter. But yeah, I definitely recommend this one. If you guys getting into bourbon, you want to try something a little, you want to elevate a little bit from like your $20 to $30 bottles. This is, like I said, for me, it's in the $50 range. I really enjoy this one. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys want to see. You know, I like doing these bourbon videos every now and then. I mean, it's in the name of my channel. Like I said, guys, leave those questions, comments down below. Hit subscribe, and I hope you have a great week. Take care. Cheers.